We buy insurance to prepare for things we hope would never happen. So until a critical illness strikes, we often don't fully understand how crucial insurance can be. In fact, the difference between having an insurance policy and not having one can be life-changing. Like most Hong Kong people, Kenneth and his wife Nicole bought a property soon after they got married. Because Nicole was working hard to help cover their mortgage payments, she was often under a lot of stress and not eating regularly. Kenneth began to worry about her health. A critical illness, in particular, would have potentially devastating financial consequences. Since they didn't have a lot of savings left after buying their property, Kenneth wanted an insurance policy that combined critical illness protection with a savings component to protect their mortgage if anything were to happen to Nicole. So he bought a policy for Nicole with basic life protection as well as enhanced critical illness coverage to ensure sufficient medical support for his wife. Several years later, unfortunately, Nicole was diagnosed with mid to late stage colorectal cancer. From the policy Kenneth had bought, they received a lump sum critical illness benefit, which gave them the financial capability to consider both local and overseas medical options. In the end, Nicole decided to travel to the US for the latest proton therapy, which had fewer side effects than conventional treatments. The treatment, plus plane tickets and accommodations, cost around $1,050,000 Hong Kong dollars. To Kenneth's relief, this critical illness claim did not change the policy's value, leaving their savings intact. The policy even supports multiple critical illness claims, so Nicole may still be protected even if another critical illness strikes. If Kenneth had not bought this policy, the two of them would have had to face the mounting psychological and financial pressures on their own. And because their medical options would have been limited by their financial circumstances, they would have likely endured a lengthy wait for treatment at a public hospital, or spent a crippling amount on surgery at a private one. Even though Hong Kong has a well-developed medical system, some medications are paid for by patients themselves. The targeted medicines for treating colorectal cancer, for example, can cost as much as 20,000 Hong Kong dollars a month. Without the financial resource provided by their insurance, they might have had to sell their property to cover the overwhelming medical expenses. But thanks to the policy, they were able to cope with the crisis while also enjoying long-term wealth growth potential. This experience has shown Kenneth just how indispensable protection planning is. He now often reminds his friends to regularly review their existing coverage to make sure it meets their needs at different life stages. To upgrade your insurance coverage, come and talk to us today.